Darren McFadden, notoriously one of the greatest players to play for the Arkansas Razorbacks. He comes from Little Rock, Arkansas, the capital city of the natural state. This was before being drafted by the Raiders and eventually playing for the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. Now, Arkansas State Red Wolves, residing in Jonesboro, Arkansas, coming off several disappointing seasons. Their last winning season coming in 2019. Crazy. 3 years since a winning season. In 2020, they finished 4-7. COVID year, give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe conference was hard that year. But 2021, they finished 2-10. This was coming off the hire of new coach Butch Jones. And then we have this last year. 2022, they finished just 3-9. Another disappointing season by the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Now, what if one man could rewrite the history of this past season and could save this program going into the future? What if that man was no other than Darren McFadden? Let's say Arkansas State fired Butch Jones after his first disappointing season, and rumors that McFadden wanted to return home to coach a new dynasty in Arkansas. Could Darren save this team and build something new in Arkansas? Can he rewrite the history of this last season? Well, that is what we are soon to figure out in this series. So stay tuned and grab your popcorn, because Darren McFadden is looking to change the culture of Red Wolves football forever. Hello and welcome to the Darren McFadden Arkansas State Dynasty. This is episode 1, and Darren McFadden is back in Arkansas, baby, but he has started out his career with Arkansas State. Maybe he works his way up. We'll see where it goes from here. But in this first episode, I'm going to be going over recruiting, redshirt players, depth chart, and our schedule for next season. I'm going to try to keep it sort of realistic as much as I could. I'm going by this last season that they just had's rosters and schedule, as it was a poor season, and we're going to see if Darren McFadden can turn it around for the future. First off, let's look at the recruits. When it comes to recruiting, I'm looking forward to utilizing the pipeline for Arkansas and Texas as much as possible. As, Darren McFadden, Cowboys, all that, trying to utilize that area. And Arkansas, a bunch of Arkansas players are going to be more interested in Arkansas State because of Darren McFadden. We saw what happened when Deion Sanders went to Jackson State and went now at Colorado. A bunch of recruits are coming up. So I feel like Darren McFadden will have kind of that effect, but to a smaller degree. So getting right into this, first we're going to be looking at players that are interested. And let's go states, Arkansas. Let's utilize Arkansas first. Just building out our preseason interests. We got outside linebacker Darrell Mills. He is from Hot Springs. He's a 3-star. We'll put him on the list. Coming in at 72 overall. I don't know if he'll keep that once he gets scouted, but that's pretty good. We got a few 1-stars. We're not going to look at them quite yet. We're going to get this receiver on here. He's a 4.54. Not the fastest, but not the slowest either. He's a possession receiver. Let's get these two guys too. And then that's all we have in state that are really interested in us, and that's very surprising. I may put a few other guys on here that are not completely interested in us, just because I need to build out this I want to really build out this Arkansas recruiting class. But let's go to Texas and see what Texas has to offer. Those are the two main places that I'm looking for right now. and then we'll look at everyone that's interested. But okay, see, Texas, we have a few more. We have quite a bit from Texas. We got a linebacker, Jonathan Dorsey. Let me just add all these guys, and I'll go over recruiting like more in depth in a later video. But for now, we're just gonna add all these guys that are kind of interested in us that are 3 stars. Okay, we'll go down to 4th interested. Right here, 5th interested. Okay, now let's go to the rest of our guys and see who else is interested in us. We'll add like the top guys from other states that are interested. Like right here, we got some 3 stars interested from Pennsylvania, Georgia, Oklahoma. Oklahoma can be a really interesting pipeline for us too. Now, when it comes to what this team's gonna run, mostly we're gonna be looking at a run heavy, as Darren McFadden was obviously a running back, so he's gonna build out this run heavy team, and we're gonna hopefully find some success with that. But let's just add all these guys, and how many do I got right now? 19. Let's look at team needs now. We're gonna get some team needs on here. What do we need? Fullback. Okay, quarterback. We're not gonna work too hard with fullbacks, but if we can find like a big running back, that would be a good fullback position for us. And quarterback, we're gonna hopefully find a quarterback. I think I already added one, I'm not sure. But quarterback, we want kind of a dual threat guy, but someone that can really just, you know, we want to create opportunities with our running back, and if we have a quarterback that can do that, that would be very helpful. We're gonna go this guy. This guy can be a good fullback for us. He's not very good, but we aren't gonna be using fullbacks that much, so that can be a guy. And then we'll look at him, but I don't know if we'll pick him up. And now when it comes to quarterbacks, let's see what we have. I already added a couple linebackers I saw from earlier, so let's see what quarterbacks we got. Okay, we got 2 here. A balanced guy, not too fast. Here we have Patrick Butler, pocket passer, 2-star, 4th interested. We don't want him. JUCO sophomore, they're not very good either. Let's see if we can find an Arkansas guy that we maybe can pick up. Well, we only got 1 Arkansas guy, and that's the pocket passer we didn't want to get on. So I know Texas is gonna have a lot of stuff to offer us. So let's see if we can find a low lock guy. It's a dual threat guy. This guy is not labeled as a dual threat, but he runs a 4.6, which is very nice. But if we can Scrambler right here, 17% lock, 4.7, 3-star guy. Let's look at him and look at this guy. Alright, so I think that will be enough for now to get us started. I'm not sure how many guys we got. Let me check. Okay, we got 23 guys. Let's just look at a few more that are interested in us. Get a fullback on there, might as well. Get a safety. Well, no. We can remove these. We can get rid of these guys, I guess, because I know there's gonna be some 3 stars down here that are interested. Well, actually, we may have got most of them. Okay, here's some. Cornerback, guard. That's another thing. This team's gonna need big linemen to push around our defensive. Okay, we got 26 guys. We'll go with that for now. There might be changes, who knows, but we're not gonna get into recruiting those players. I want this to be tougher, so I'm gonna have rules where like house rules, general house rules, where I can't just go out and recruit people. I'm gonna make it where if they commit, then I can unlock with their the scouting, make it a little tougher. Let's go to redshirt now. Meet the team a little bit, see if there's anybody at the bottom of these. Like right here, I think with James Blackman, he's probably one of our better players. He's kind of a senior leader of this team. We're gonna keep him junior. And then this freshman, I feel like we don't redshirt him just because we need a third guy on the roster. Here we can redshirt our freshman Mike Sharp because we already have 4 guys ahead of him. We don't need him right now. Fullback, we got nothing. We may I don't think that will be a big issue. Right here, we can redshirt our freshmen. We're pretty deep. We're not too deep, but I think we need to get some receivers this next class, seeing that. Tight end. I'm not going to go too far over like all the players right now. I'm just getting the red shirt because I feel like that will be a because I'm gonna go down to the depth chart next, and then we'll look at each player in depth. We'll look at our room that we have for everyone. Right now, I'm just trying to see who we need a red shirt down at the bottom of each rotation. But I'll go over our depth chart after this. We're running a multiple D in a run that's like I think it's a multiple run too. There's gonna be a lot of running, and our defense is gonna be switching up, but I think I want to keep 5 just in case. Linebackers, we're looking good on. Corner room, we can redshirt our bottom guys. I think we'll be fine if we do that. Free safety, we're gonna redshirt Websley. And interesting thing about Websley is that he is a YouTuber, he is a content creator himself, and I feel like I want to see him going further into this as he develops, be a big part of the series. We can do some stuff with that. And yeah, that's the red shirt. We're just gonna redshirt some bottom guys. But now if we get into the depth chart, we'll actually go over what our rotation is looking like. Let's auto reorder this just so we'll get our best guys up front just in case they're not anywhere. So James Blackman is our starting QB, 6'5", 190. He's a big dude. He has some speed to him. His throwing is decent. It's nothing special, but it's the best on the team, obviously. And he's our senior leader, so he's going to be very big in the series for this year at least. Our running backs, we have Johnny Lang, Markel Murray, and Brian Sneed. Brian Sneed's really good. I know that from real life. And Markel Murray and Johnny Lang. So we got 3 that are kind of balanced. They're all kind of the same speed, but when it comes to strength, they're also the same. So these guys are all kind of balanced runners that are all about the same. So I think we're going to see all of them get minutes, and this is going to be very big. And, you know, Darren McFadden really likes his running backs, so I think they're all going to play big roles this season in getting the run game started. Our fullbacks, we got a tight end here. That's fine. Emmanuel Stevenson, T.W. Ayers, and Blaine Toll. I don't know how much we're going to do with fullbacks this year. Probably not a lot since we don't got anyone really playing there that we are comfortable with. Now with our wide receivers are very mid, not the best. We got Champ Flemings at our one spot. He's our best receiver on the team. He's not very fast at all, but he is aware. He's really good at catching. He'll catch the ball when we need it. That's the important thing. He probably won't drop, and he can run his routes. So he's a very good player right now. And then we have Tavaliance Hunt, and he is fast. He's pretty fast. He's the fastest receiver on the team. So he's going to play a big role with probably being our deep guy. And if we need to throw a ball up, he might be open deep. Jeff Foreman's after that. He's a 78 overall guy. He's second fastest guy. He's looking pretty good too. He's really fast. And when it comes to their catching, they can all catch. They're not the best at catching, but they're kind of our speed guys. So hopefully we catch them while they're open, so it doesn't really matter too much. Emmanuel Stevenson. Well, we have Jeff Foreman, and then we have Emmanuel Stevenson, our tight end. He's gonna play some wide receiver room. He's probably the best catching tight end we have. Under him, we have Adam Jones and Kaim Walid. They're sophomores. They're gonna get a lot of playing time this year, but I don't know how effective they'll be. Kaim Walid is very fast, very agile. And when it comes to their catching, they're the worst on the team, but that will develop as they get older. Now, when it comes to our tight end room, we got Reed Tyler. He is a 78 overall, and Emmanuel Stevenson is 76. Emmanuel Stevenson, I feel like, is going to be our guy that can play a lot of places. But Reed Tyler is our big guy who's going to be our blocking tight end. Or, like, if we're on the run, if we're running the ball and everything, he'll be our big blocker that's going to have our running backs back in the backfield. If you look at his run block, pass block, it's the best one out of all of our tight ends. He'll be our run blocker, and that's going to be a big thing for our tight ends going into the future. I'm going to be looking for run blockers who can help us push the line of scrimmage. And then under them, we have Rashad Richardson, a redshirt sophomore. I don't know how much playing time he's going to get. He's not looking like the best. When it comes to our linemen, our left tackle spot, we got Macklin Thomas, 73 overall guy. Under them, we have some other guys that are playing from other positions. We'll look at them in a second. Left guard. See, right here, it looks like our lineman room's very small, so we're really going to work on building that for the future. So, we got Ernesto Ramirez and Elijah Zolikoffer. I'm probably butchering that, so I'm so sorry. But Makai Butler's our left guard right here, starting left guard. 78 overall, strength 95. He's going to be pretty good on this team. Probably one of our better linemen. And then center, we have Ethan Miner. And we got some more guard tackle backups behind him. Right guard, we have Jordan Rhodes, Ernesto Ramirez behind him, and then Elijah's back down at the bottom. So we only got a couple backups, which is not the best. So I'm going to be looking forward to getting a lot of new linemen on the team. Robert Holmes is 74 overall right tackle, kind of our weak spot of our line. So we're not going to be running that way much. We're probably going to be running to our left side. Probably down the middle a lot. That's where our strength seems to be. Now when it comes to our left end, we have Kevon Bennett. Kevon Bennett is 83 overall. He's one of the better players on this team. 79 strength. Let's see what his tackling's looking like. So 84 tackling. Okay, that's really nice actually. He's gonna be one of the better defensive players we have. Behind him we have Ethan Hasler and Denard Flowers, who are decent players, but I really am looking forward to Kevon Bennett going into the season, seeing what he can do. At right end, we have Thurman Gathers, Ethan Hasler, and Denard Flowers. We don't got much room over here. Our starters, he's decent. He's pretty good. Tackling's decent. Finesse power, it's not bad. He's pretty good at getting off the block, so that's going to be nice. Defensive tackles, we have John Mincy, T.W. Ayers, Ryan Sujic, Tim Hardiman, and Ethan Hasler again. Ethan Hasler's playing from the in spot over there. We got 76, 75, 71, so we're going to be running probably 3 to 4 deep, depending on the team. A lot of teams in the Sun Belt like running read option, so we might have to play a couple down. So they're all gonna get utilized this year, but no one's really standout on this unit. So hopefully they can all work together, see how their tackling's all almost identical, their power and their finesse moves, their block shedding's all basically the same. So hopefully they can just play as a unit and come down the line of scrimmage. Now our left outside linebacker is Jaden Harris. He's a 76 overall, 77 speed. And then we don't got much room behind him. We have a corner playing up, Kenneth Harris and Cam Jeffrey behind him. And Jaden Harris is going to be probably a very important role out in the linebacker spot. He 74 tackling, but his power move, his hit power, and his block shedding stuff is pretty mid, but I think his hit power is really going to help. Now, middle linebacker, we got Jordan Carmucci. He's 73 overall. Got corner playing up for linebackers, so hopefully we don't have to go deep in our linebacker room because it looks like they do not want to play linebackers out here. But they're not bad overall at all. But that he's our linebacker. He's not the best. So hopefully our outside linebackers can kind of carry this unit a little. Here we have Malik Straker, Kenneth Harris, and Cam Jeffrey again. This again is not looking too bad. You can pause this if you want. Starter's not looking too bad. Got some hit power on him, so hopefully he can do some decent stuff in the backfield. Now, cornerbacks, we have Leon Jones, Sammy Johnson, Kenneth Harris, Denzel Blackwell, and Drew Rawls. These corners are going to be very good actually for this team. This team's overall is not looking too good because they're a Sun Belt team, but these are some really key players, and Kenneth Harris can play all over the defense, so hopefully we can utilize him in several places. But Leon Jones and Sammy Johnson are going to be very good in the back. They have 83 speed, not the fastest. Denzel has a little bit more speed, but they're definitely mid. The agility's up there, and we can look at their coverage skills too. Zone coverage, so they all got decent coverage. I really like Kenneth Harris's coverage. He looks like a really good player, and hopefully he gets a lot of playing time in several different places. We can probably move him around if we need to, if we get injuries in defense. Now when it comes to our safeties, we got excuse me, Trevion Thomas, Kenneth Harris, and Denzel Blackwell. I like Trevion Thomas. I think he's going to be decent. He has decent speed, agility, and everything. I think he'll be decent back there, but nothing special. Our strong safety, we have Eddie Smith, and then we got Denzel and Kenneth playing behind him too. Now, Eddie Smith's pretty fast. He has good agility, good acceleration. He's pretty fast, and his coverage skills are looking decent. But we can always run corners if we don't feel comfortable there. We can always run some deep players here. Our kicker, Dominic Zvada, he's a let's see, he is a 65 overall, not very good, but our punter is good, so we may move him around to both spots if we have to. Ryan Hansen's our punter, 81 overall. He's looking pretty decent. And then we aren't going to worry about these, well, I'll show you. Kick returner, Marcel Murray with the 85 speed. We may move, okay, let's move Jeff Foreman at the top of this actually. Well, yeah, let's move Jeff Foreman at the top of this. Then our punt return, we're going to move Jeff Foreman at the top of this one. And he'll be at the top of these because I like him. He's fast, fastest one on the team. Kickoff specialist, we're going to have Ryan Hansen covering our kickoffs because he's so much better. And then Ernesto Ramirez over here. Yeah, that works. We just need some big guys. And that's our depth here. So that works for our depth chart. That's who we're going to be playing for the year. And next we're going to be looking at our schedule. Our schedule's probably going to be, well, It's not going to be perfect for this year, but it's going to be pretty much identical to what they played. Not going to be much difference. I can't change the conference games, of course, but they played Grambling State, so we're going to be going up against FCS Southeast. Ohio State, they played Ohio State early in the year. They got crushed, and they played Memphis. So hopefully, I think the only one we don't have here is like UMass, because they're not even in the game because we had to fit some new teams in there. But other than that, they have conference schedule that I can't change. That's basically their conference. I updated the conference to make it the new conference because they had a lot of, because you know the Sun Belt's been going getting expanded over the years. So there we have that, and then we got Memphis down here, and then we got Coastal, Marshall, James, Louisiana, and I don't think I got the like where they're at figured out yet, but I can switch those. Well, no, they're all about right, and I can't change the conference one, so that's good too. So that's their conference schedule. You can look over that if you want. It's basically the same. I can't really change anything. And that's basically everything for preseason. We got Darren McFadden, Rob Harley, and Keith Heggendorf. We're gonna be working on Darren McFadden's skill tree on recruiting side because that's what I find most important. Right now, we can look at what can we do in pre? Not much, but I can go and start the season and we can look at a few more things here. So we'll go to the regular season and look at a couple more things. Here we're now in the regular season, and I can look at where we're at right now when it comes to championship contenders. That's what I'm gonna do first. Right now we're sitting at 121, so we're almost dead last, but it's showing we're going to get better over the seasons. We're 2-star prestige, so hopefully we can get that going and get better there. When it comes to the conference outlook right now, it is looking like Arkansas State's going to finish 5th with only Texas State and ULM behind them in the West, so hopefully we can get up there with these teams. Quite a bit of them, well, these two for sure, South Alabama and Southern Miss, look like we may be able to finish above, but it looks like Louisiana and Troy are kind of the top dogs of this, so hopefully we can get somewhere around 3rd. That would be like the highest I think that we can get this year. Maybe when we get higher, we beat one of them teams. And yeah, I can look at the preseason polls if any of y'all are interested in that. We can scroll through here. Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, and Clemson are at the top. Then here we have the rest. Y'all guys can look through this if y'all want. Maybe y'all's favorite team is up here. And then we go down to the bottom, preseason polls. And yeah, Arkansas State is way down here. All the way down at 121. So hopefully we can work on that, because that's not good. The coaches poll showing about the same thing in the top 25. I'll look at that if y'all want. So that's that. Very unfortunate that they're starting that far down, but hopefully Darren McFadden can get this turned around. And yeah, next video we're gonna be going up against our first opponent, which is FCS school, FCS Southeast, which is serving as Grambling State. But that will be week 1. That'll be the next video. We're gonna be starting that game and getting this thing kicked off. We may go over some recruiting too, but when it comes to preseason, that's about all we have. And I hope y'all enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video.